Good day, residents of Saba. This is Island Governor Jonathan Johnson with an update for Friday, April the 3rd. As mentioned in my last address, to further rule out the possibility of COVID-19 being on the island, 12 persons currently in quarantine were tested. These persons displayed no symptoms or were not suspected of having COVID-19. The selection was based solely on their recent travel history to high-risk areas in Europe and the USA, as well as persons living in their households. In addition to the persons that recently returned to the island, 2 persons with flu-like symptoms with no recent travel history and were not quarantined were also tested, bringing the total amount tested to 14 persons. We have received results for the 2 persons who had flu-like symptoms, and we can announce that they tested negative. Suspected cases, which are persons with symptoms consistent with those of COVID-19, are always prioritized and are therefore processed first. The other 12 tests from the persons that did not have symptoms are still being analyzed, and we await the results. We all know that there are no regular flights or ferries traveling to Saba. Yesterday, we had a local boat take our latest test samples to St. Martin. Let me take this time to remind the community that we are monitoring vessels around our shores. If a vessel leaves or anchors to one of our moorings, the harbor is aware and is monitoring this. Remember that we are following the global situation very closely. All measures implemented are for the safety and welfare of us all. Heightened security is established at both our ports of entry. People coming into the island on cargo boats or ATM personnel are not in close contact with anyone on the island. Persons who travel for medical purposes must go into quarantine upon returning, and people selling food from home are still asked to stop this until further notice. I am happy to see the Saban community working together and adhering to the measures implemented